to part one of the VW Beetle Cabriolet build-up. It's a kit by Revell. It's 1/24 scale, and it's based on the 1970 version of the VW Beetle. This is going to be pretty much a straight out of the box build, to be honest. I'm not quite sure what colour I'm going to do the car itself. It's definitely not going to be red. I'm looking at a metallic colour more than anything else at the moment, but I really don't know at this moment, so I'll get to that when I do the actual build of the body. I might give it a go doing some of the weathering to the engine, etc., but then again I might not, it depends. I might actually do this as sort of show car kind of quality more than anything else. I mean, I know it looks all kind of realistic with all of the rusting and sort of grime and the gunk and whatnot all over the car, but I'm kind of thinking that it'd look nice if it's just built as though it's a show car. The kit itself is quite good actually. This is the body of the car, and there's practically no flash on this. There's a little bit around the edges there, and then we've just got these two bits of sprue to remove on the body there. But the actual bodywork on this is quite good. There's a couple of little mould lines sort of around that area that need to be removed, and I think there's one around there that you can just barely see that need to be removed as well. But apart from that, there's nothing that needs to be done to this really that's going to take more than a couple of minutes. And the rest of the kit is really good as well actually. There's virtually no flashing on this that I can see of. So that's looking quite good. I mean, we've got parts of the engine there, a few more bits of the engine, not quite sure what those are. I'm not really sort of mechanically minded really, to be fair, when it comes to cars and what the bits are called. Some of them, you know, I do know, like that's the chassis for instance, and they're going to be the front inner wheel wells, and then we've got the interior pan there as well, so that's quite good. We've got some more engine bits and suspension bits by the looks of things, and this one here, we've actually got the pedals for the interior as well, which is quite cool. So they're all on their own. So there's quite a few bits on this kit really. So there's a lot of detail on the kit. One of the other things that I have noticed with this as well, I mean, I have opened these bags prior to sort of doing this. One of the things I have noticed is the fact that you get two dashboards, which is kind of cool. So we can either have the car as a left-hand drive or a right-hand drive, so you know that gives us a little bit more detail as to what we want to do with it. So that's kind of cool. I like that idea. It's sort of pretty much well thought out there really by Revell. And then we've also got the little chrome parts for the car as well. In this one we've got the bumpers, and I think they are the wing mirrors just there. We've also got the rear view mirror for the inside of the car as well, so they're pretty good. And we've also got in the other bag of chrome parts, there's two little bags of chrome parts. I think they wanted to keep these separate so they didn't get scratched at all. But in here we've got the wheel trims down at the bottom there. We've also got the headlights there, and we've also got the inner parts of the wing mirrors. Unfortunately, they are slightly stippled, but that's not too much of a problem. We've also got the indicator covers. We've also got, I'm not sure whether you're going to pick that up on the camera there, but we've also got the VW badge as well. So it's kind of awesome that they've got that detail so small, and they've managed to do that. And I believe we've also got the aerial sitting just there as well. I'm not sure really without looking at the instructions, but there's a lot of really small nifty parts on here. We've got the door handles and other bits and pieces as well, so that's kind of cool. And then we've got the clear bag. I'm going to leave the glass in there, but we've got the front windscreen. We've also got the side windows, which are optional if you want to do the roof up, but to my mind, if you've got a cabriolet, you might as well have it down. We've also got the rear lights in there as well, and then the headlamps there, and then we've also got some rear glass, and then we've also got the quarter windows in there as well. And you also get quite a good little decal sheet with this kit as well. If I put it up the right way, that'd be a bit better. So we've got the little silver stripes that actually go down the side of the body there, and we've got these little black stripes here that go inside the bumper inserts. So those the little black ones will actually sort of go in these the inserts of the bumper there. We've also got the dials for the vehicle. There's also a radio there, and then we've also got the wood effect decal for the dashboard. And then we've got several different types of registration plate to go with different types of countries. So that's kind of cool. I'll more than likely do this right-hand drive with the GB plate on it. But again, not too sure on that one yet, to be fair. But that's the kit as it is. And then we did have some, oh there they are. We got some of the little tyres around, and these are the really nice tyres. These are sort of like really soft sort of rubber, so you can just sort of squeeze them about, and they've actually got, not sure whether you're going to be able to see the detail. Let's see if I can get one out. They've got some quite good tyre tread on them. I think I'm going to need the knife to get through this sellotape. There we go. Let's have a look. I don't know whether you can actually see the tread pattern on the tyre there. Yeah, just about in the light you can see it. So that's actually quite good. It's got a really good tread pattern on there. There is no writing on these tyres though, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. But that's okay, it's not really too much of a problem. You know, it'd just been nice for a little bit of extra detail. But that's about it for the moment. I'm going to start working on the chassis of the car. Once I've got that built up, I'll then move on to the interior of the car, and then I'll leave the exterior side of the car until last. So as soon as I've got some progress made on this, I will come back to you. Okay, so we've made some progress on the model. We've got the chassis and the engine all put together. The whole of the chassis has just been done in matte black, and then the engine's been done in steel. One of the good things about this car is that the wheels are movable, which is quite good. It's a bit difficult to see when it's all black, but yeah, the front wheels can move about a little bit. And then I'm not sure whether you are going to see it in there, but there are some different various shades of black and also grey in there. And then we've also got the engine bay. We've got some blues and some reds and some whites and silvers in there. And we've also got, I'm not sure that you're really going to be able to see it, but there is a decal on that blue bit. And then there's also, if we can try and find it in the camera, there's a decal on the pulley system as well. Quite small, but it is there. You can, I think you can just barely see it there. But there's a little decal on the pulley system, which is great. So that's the chassis all finished up now. So I'm going to be moving on to the interior tub for this kit. one of the other things I must admit I have been doing as I've been going along, I've just been ticking off all of the little instructions there, because some of these parts are, you know, they've got quite a few bits on them, so it's always best really just to mark them out first. The only things that I'm not going to put together at the moment for the chassis are the wheels. I'll do that as one of the last stages really. Main reason being is that I still haven't chosen the colour for the body of the car, and because I haven't chosen the body or the colour of the body of the car, I'm not sure whether the steel rims, I want to do the same colour as the car or not at the moment. I might do them steel, I might do them the same colour as the car, and then just have the chrome hubcap on it. So I'm not sure yet which way I'm going to go on that one, to be honest. But I'm going to be moving on to the interior now, and there's a few parts on this that need to go in. So as soon as I got that completed, I will come back to you. Okay, so I've been working some more on the Beetle, and we've got the interior in now, so that's starting to look pretty good. And we've also got the decal in there for the odometer and the radio, and we've also got a little one on the steering wheel as well. There's one just a little bit further down the dashboard, and then in there at the front we've got some more decals down that's meant to represent wood panelling around where the gear stick goes. I'm not sure whether you're going to be able to pick that up or not really, but that's looking quite good. And the other thing that we've also got as well, level of detail on this kit is quite incredible actually, but you can most probably see just there we've managed to get the seatbelt buckles in, and also the little red release switches or buttons in there as well for the seat belts. So that's pretty good. So we've actually got quite far with this kit now. So we've got the chassis and the engine done. We've also got the interior of the kit done as well. So we're almost there now. Not much further to go. We just got the body itself to go really now. The kit itself does come with a roof, the ragtop roof, but I'm not going to use that. I can't see the point of having a convertible car and not using the roof or having the roof down. So that's going to go in the parts bin. So we've only really got these few parts here. A spare dashboard, which will go in the parts bin as well. So we've got the boot lid, and we've got the bonnet there, and that's the cover. And we've just got a couple of hinges on there as well to go. And then that one there as well will be going in the parts bin. That's meant to be a little vase for the interior of the car, but I'm not going to put that in. Not quite sure what this little bit here is yet. I haven't got to that bit, but we'll soon find out. And then we've just got those few bits there that need to go on the car. And again, I'm not quite sure exactly where they're going to be going at the moment. So I'm going to crack on and get some more work done to the car itself. So as soon as I've got some more progress, I will come back to you. Okay, so we've made some more progress on the car. We've done it in a metallic blue colour. This is a craft acrylic, and that's just about had all the layers on it on the paintwork. I've been having a bit of a problem with the acrylic paints, to be quite honest, because I've never used them before. But I have been speaking to Chris Cortell at Classic Plastic 101, and he has actually helped me through what I need to do. Oops, sorry about that. So on Chris's advice, I've actually gone out, I bought some deionized water, just so it's nice and pure. And I've also purchased some alcohol. Unfortunately, it's not the drinking kind. And that's also a litre. And I also purchased some Liquitex, which is a retarder. Now basically, with the alcohol and the deionized water, because they're both a litre apiece, I've just basically mixed those together and then put them back into the separate bottles. So there's a 50-50 mix of each one in each bottle. And then basically with the craft acrylics, I used about 45-50% of the paint to the thinner, which is a mixture of the alcohol and the water, and that actually worked really well. That thinned the paint down enough, and all I did then was just put in sort of 5 drops of the retarder, just to help stop the paint from drying out at the nozzle on the airbrush. I found it best on my airbrush to have the pressure down to 2 bar. I'm not sure whether anybody else would sort of get the same effect from their airbrush or not, but mine worked better on the 2 bar. I've also painted the inside, and the reason why I painted the inside really is because I wanted to get used to these kind of acrylic paints, because they are slightly different. So I decided to paint the inside first as a practice, and then move to the outside. I mean, the inner wells need to be done in the body colour anyway, so you know that's kind of perfect. But that's worked really well, and I'm not sure whether you're going to be able to see it on camera or not, but there is a nice metallic in there. Hopefully by the time we've got the clear lacquer on that will actually stand out. But as for the paint that I've been using, this is the one that I've been using. I got this off of eBay. Now the lady that I bought them from, if you spent £30 with them, you got free postage. Now luckily enough, the various different colours of paint that I wanted equal to 12, so I got it for free postage. But I think because I've made such a big order, she actually chucked another 2 pots in for free, so that's quite good. So you know, for 30 some odd quid, I got 14 pots of paint. They're all 50 millilitres, so that's quite a bit of paint for 30 odd quid. That's definitely more than what you would get from Tamiya. So that's looking really, really good. One thing I have actually been doing as well, whilst I've been mucking about with the paints on that one, I decided to break out the other one, and I've started to paint this too. So this one is the hardtop version, and that is being done in I think it's called Bordeaux, I think it's called that. It is like a metallic red colour. The other one is just done in a metallic light blue. But that's starting to come along as well now. So that's what the body looks like. And again, I did paint most of the inside of that one as well. And this is the chassis for it so far. Whether you're going to be able to pick that up. But that is starting to come along quite nicely, and then we've also got the engine installed there as well. So yeah, I'm just building both the hardtop and the softtop versions of the same car. The hardtop is a 1968 version, and that's made by Tamiya, and that's also a 1/24 scale. It's quite weird actually, because there are quite a few different sort of steps to each model. They're not exactly put together in exactly the same way, and if I'm to be honest, the Revell one goes together a lot easier than the Tamiya one. I've found so far with the Revell kit that the parts actually fit really snugly actually, and you on some of the parts you don't really need any glue. It's almost like it's a perfect snap fit kit. Whereas the Tamiya kit, in some places it does need a little bit of finessing. And the detail on the Tamiya I don't think is actually as good as the detail on the Revell kit. But in saying that, if I'm to be honest, it's still a good kit. You know, I'm not knocking it in any way, shape or form, because it still is a good kit. It's just not as detailed as the Revell one. But that's about it for the moment. As soon as I've made some more progress on both of these kits now, I've decided to do both of them, I will come back to you.